5 seasons ago, Mexico football needed to call up an 8th grade quarterback, Dante Turo, to the varsity team just to finish out the season. The team went winless and wouldn't ever finish out the season because they just didn't have enough healthy players. But head coach T. Morabito still found a way to be optimistic and figured a way to have high expectations going forward. These expectations coming into this season have never been higher.
Well, the expectation certainly this year for a section championship. And we're not being unrealistic about that. We got the group of guys there. If we stay healthy, we've got a chance to be the sectional championship. And realistically, that's a goal that we can attain.
In his 14th year as head coach, Morabito's high expectations are merely a result of the commitment he's seen from this year's team, dating back several years.
When we talk about this core group, these guys have had a sectional championship on their mind for 4 years, and they know what it takes to get it done. So they're not afraid to put in the extra time. They're willing to do all that. They're actually asking for it. So as a coach, that's great.
Senior running back Jace Eastman is in his 2nd year on the varsity team, has recognized the added commitment he and his teammates have made the past 3 years.
It really just comes down to getting, wanting to get better. I mean, I work out for 2 hours, not every day, but close to every day during the summer. There's just great people that give you the opportunity to get better, so you got to take it while you can.
Fellow senior Brandon Gracie remembers when the program was struggling to finish out the season. Losing could have become the norm. This group, made up of 17 seniors, refused to make that their reality.
I think everyone on our team is a really strong competitor and doesn't like to lose. Nobody really likes to lose, but our team hates losing more than any team I've ever seen or been on, really.
Even though their expectations were high coming into this summer preseason, a first-game challenge would dictate how realistic those expectations really were.
We felt like we were the better team. They just didn't win that day. We thought, like we said, we always say there's 3 big games in a high school football game. We got to get them, and we didn't get any of them. That cost us the game. So when we looked at ourselves on film, we did a lot of good things. But when you make a mistake, and it's a big costly mistake, we felt like we could fix those mistakes immediately. So they weren't big mistakes. They were big mistakes in the game, but little mistakes to fix down the road. So
Mexico would take on defending state champion Cazenovia in the Carrier Dome to start off the season. It's a game the head coach and his players wish they had back. Senior Mike Ladd still thinks the team's expectations remain high.
Yeah, we knew we were going to play Caz since April, so all summer all the kids were in the weight room working out. We were doing off-season training, the Fed camp, and ESM. We were definitely getting ready for them, but had a really close game with them. We should have won.
Despite the 28-18 loss, a game Mexico led until late into the 4th quarter, the team has rebounded with 4 straight wins.
We just put the team that's in front of us, just beat them this week and not worry about next week until it comes. Just one day at a time.
The 4-1 start has put Mexico in a position for a clear run at a league title and an unprecedented higher seed come sectional playoff time. But Gracie knows there's a lot more work to be done.
Everybody can really just trust each other to do their own job, and no one's really going to mess it up, and we know that.
Morabito knows that the only thing the 4-1 start has done is to reaffirm their earlier expectations going into this season.
we got better, bigger dreams for ourselves. They're certainly a talented group, but they also like each other. There's the intangible. These guys all get along. It's amazing to me as a coach. It's just been very pleasant for me this year to coach these guys. They're hardworking. It's yes, sir. It's what can we do to get better, coach? And they're willing to do it.
Ladd still attributes their success to a team chemistry that only comes from relying on one another.
We've all had a good bond since 7th or 8th grade. We've always played together, so we're a family this year, that's for sure.
And for Morabito, he can only consider how things have changed over the course of the last 5+ years, and what may lie ahead for this group.
We still feel like we can be that number 1 seed on our side of the bracket right now. We feel like our schedule sets up pretty well. We lost our first one, but we feel if we stay healthy, we got a chance to roll here.
After a 31-15 win against Oneida, the Tigers return home on Saturday to host Utica Notre Dame. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock.
And for Eye on the Tigers News, this is Alexis Richer.